So if you've been on your debt-free journey for a while, you've been making those debt payments, you've been really attacking your budget and just being really frugal, it's hard not to feel guilty when you want to spend money on something fun for yourself. So how can you spend money on fun while you're on your debt-free journey without the guilt? I have 3 ideas for you in this video. Hey guys, it's Justine with Debt Free Millennials, the channel to help you crush your debt and live payment free. And part of your debt free journey is definitely having fun with it. It doesn't have to be the entire scorched earth approach. If that is your approach, that's totally okay so long as you stay motivated. But the thing about just grinding it out on your debt-free journey, and you could be at this for years. I myself was in my debt-free journey for 2 years and 5 months, and dude, it gets hard and you want to stay motivated. And one of those ways that I wanted to motivate myself throughout my debt-free journey was to make sure I was still living my best life and having fun and just spending money on things that I really value. So I wanted to talk about this feeling of guilt on spending on the fun stuff because I totally experienced it. You want to stay committed to your goal, and also you don't want to deter from that by spending money on the fun stuff, but you really want to spend money on the fun stuff. Listen, life is happening right now. So there's no guarantees. That's the thing about the debt-free journey, is everything is in the future. And I wholeheartedly agree that you have to pay off your debt as quickly as possible, because that is just going to make life 10x times so much better. The mundane routine of going to work, coming home, paying the bills, doing it all over again can in fact be very demotivating. So one way that you can do that is to simply set up a fun budget category and add money into that pot. You don't have to spend the money within that month. You can roll it over into the next month and accumulate your savings, kind of like a sinking fund. If you haven't checked out my video on sinking funds, I will link to that in the description box below. But simply just setting aside a fun money budget line, just a category, and having, $20, $50, whatever is comfortable for you to set aside, then you can use that for whatever you want, no questions asked. It could be Target runs, it could be a Dr. Pepper from Sonic, a cherry limeade from Sonic. It could be, just going to the bars and getting a couple of drinks with your friends. It could be any of those things, so long as you have the fun budget set up. The second way you could do this is also just getting very specific with the budget category that best fits your lifestyle. So what I mean by that is, what do you really love spending money on? For you, that could be restaurants. For me, personally, it was travel and vacation. So even during my debt-free journey, I put money aside in a separate savings account for vacations, and I would save up for trips that I could take throughout my debt-free journey. And some of those trips were going whitewater rafting in California, visiting my best friend in Florida, going to Puerto Rico on an all-girls trip. They were very manageable trips because I was able to figure out how to do them very cheaply. And it was fueling my debt-free journey because I came back from the vacation very motivated. So if you really love spending money on restaurants, or maybe it's just clothes or apartment decor, furnishings for your home, set aside a separate budget for that, and then you're having fun during your debt-free journey, right? Of course it's fun. Putting together your apartment, or having some sort of nice dress that you can wear out. Not going out much these days, but you get what I'm saying. If you have a love of Xbox, put a budget together for Xbox games. Simple, done. The third way that you can still incorporate fun during your debt-free journey without the guilt is to definitely take a look at your Contentment Activities list. If you haven't checked this out, it's part of my How to Control Your Spending workbook, which I will link to in the description box below. It is on sale right now, so make sure you check that out. But your contentment activities are basically a list of things that you can brainstorm that are fun, cheap, or free, that don't cost a whole lot of money, that also fuels your values as a person. So for me, it includes things like yoga, going surfing. I love scrapbooking, watching a Disney movie. These are things that I can do that help me feel like I'm back to just being my regular self, that I'm not so focused on the money and the debt, and that I can truly have contentment in my life without spending a ton of money. I highly suggest that you guys go through your contentment activities. In fact, I do have a video where you can put together your own contentment activities, which I will also link to below. Okay, so those are my ideas, but I wanted to leave you with this one last story about debt-free journey deprivation. So I was shopping at Target during my debt-free journey, and I was looking at trash bags, and I really wanted the mini trash bags that fit in waste baskets in your bathroom. I'm sure you have one in your bathroom and you know what I'm talking about, because when you try to use a plastic grocery bag, it doesn't always fit and hang the right way over the waste basket. You've got the handles, kind of don't know what to do with. Do you tie them? Do you just leave them over the side? I don't know. So I had seen these little trash bags that fit your little waste baskets, and I seriously sat there for a good 10 minutes and was like, it's $3-4. That's $3-4 I could put towards my debt. And I really went into this mental, just chaotic area. I don't even know where I went, but I just really grappled with that because I was in the mindset of scorched earth, to save every single dollar so that I could put it towards debt. So what I ended up doing, and I also didn't want to feel guilty, what I ended up doing is I said, the next loan that I pay off, I'll go back and get those trash bags. So stupid. I've been wanting to tell this story for a long time though, because this is how my brain worked. And I'm sure for some of you, maybe it's the same way. I want to tell you that these are the trash bags that I bought while I was on my debt-free journey. And you can see I've pretty much used most of them. And I could have easily bought that a long time ago. 105 count. Yeah, I haven't even used this 105 times apparently. But it was the littlest thing. And it was like, I could have just done with a fun budget. I could have made a fun budget and just bought these because I just wanted nice fitting wastebasket trash bags. And these ones are scented too, vanilla flower. They're not really scented anymore. No, they're not scented, but they're still really nice. And that was one thing where I'm like, I could have just bought that and not felt guilty about it had I just set up that fun budget to say that this was okay. So I want to know, what are some ways that you spend without feeling guilty during your debt-free journey, or maybe some ideas that you're thinking about incorporating now? I'm totally giving you permission to spend on the fun stuff so long as it fits within your budget and debt is still a priority. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more ways on crushing your debt and doing it without the guilt.